You won't believe what China just did to U.S. farmers. This is a story that goes beyond the headlines, a tale of economic shifts and strategic moves on the global stage. And you are invited to be a part of this intriguing narrative. Stick around and let's dive into the details together. Imagine a scenario where the world's largest consumer of soybeans suddenly stops buying from America. This isn't a hypothetical question or a plot from an economic thriller. It's the reality that U.S. farmers are facing due to China's sudden withdrawal from grain imports. This move not only impacts American agriculture directly, but also triggers a series of reactions that could redefine global trade dynamics. Let's unpack this complex situation together. In today's episode, we will be discussing how China's decision is shaking up the agricultural market. How is the BRICS alliance responding? What does this mean for American farmers and how will it impact global trade? If these questions have sparked your curiosity, then make sure to stay tuned. Because we're about to embark on a journey filled with insights that will help you understand this evolving situation better. Together, let's navigate through the intricate details of this unfolding scenario. Now, why has China made this significant move and what are its far-reaching implications? Let's delve deeper to find out. But before we continue, if you appreciate the insights we provide, show your support by liking this video. Your support helps us continue delivering quality content. In the ever-evolving landscape of international trade, China's recent decision to halt most grain exports has sent ripples of uncertainty among U.S. farmers who have long benefited from the Chinese market. This move by China reflects a strategic shift in their agricultural policies and it raises questions about the future of grain trade on a global scale. In this section, we will be exploring the factors that have led to China's decision and analyzing its potential impact on American farmers. Join me in this discussion as we shed light on the intricacies of this situation. But first, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. Why would China, the world's largest importer of soybeans, make such a drastic decision to stop importing from the United States and other countries? The answer lies in understanding China's domestic agricultural situation. China's decision to reduce grain exports is primarily driven by its need to ensure food security for its vast population. With a surge in domestic demand and concerns over food supply, China is prioritizing its own needs, leading to a decrease in export volumes. This shift in focus reflects China's commitment to feeding its citizens and ensuring their food security remains a top priority. The impact of this decision on American farmers is substantial and far-reaching. As one of the largest exporters of soybeans, corn, and other grains, the United States has benefited significantly from the Chinese market. However, China's reduced demand has left American farmers grappling with lower prices and decreased profits. The economic repercussions are evident with entire industries that rely on grain exports facing challenges. Farmers are left wondering how they will adapt to this new reality and maintain profitability in a market that has been turned upside down. To truly grasp the gravity of the situation, we must consider the numbers. The United States has traditionally exported a substantial amount of soybeans to China, with millions of bushels being shipped annually. These exports not only contribute to the American economy, but also play a vital role in feeding the Chinese population. However, with China's reduced demand, the demand for these exports has dropped significantly, leaving American farmers with an excess supply and dwindling markets. But the story doesn't end there. The impact of China's reduced demand for U.S. grains extends beyond the agricultural sector. It ripples throughout the economy, affecting industries and communities that rely on agriculture as a backbone. From fertilizer manufacturers to transportation companies, the economic repercussions are widespread. As farmers grapple with lower profits, these ripple effects send shockwaves across the country. While the situation may seem bleak, it's crucial to remember that American farmers are resilient. They have weathered many storms and adapted to changing circumstances throughout history. This time will be no different. However, they need support and strategic planning to navigate through these challenging times. As we conclude this section, it's important to note that the impact of China's reduced demand for U.S. grains is multifaceted and profound. While American farmers face economic challenges, it's essential to recognize their resilience and the broader implications for the U.S. economy. Their ability to adapt and innovate will be crucial in overcoming these hurdles and ensuring the continued vitality of the agricultural sector. Let's take a moment to discuss something that might surprise you. While China reduces its demand for U.S. grains, it simultaneously strengthens ties with other nations, particularly those aligned with the BRICS alliance. This move reflects a deliberate strategy on China's part to diversify its trade partnerships and reduce its reliance on any single country. By forging closer ties with BRICS-aligned nations, China aims to create a more robust and resilient trade network. This shift not only benefits China, but also the BRICS alliance, fostering greater cooperation and interdependence among member nations. It's a strategic move that strengthens the alliance as a whole and creates new opportunities for trade and investment. Moreover, this development highlights the growing influence of the BRICS alliance on the global stage. As China aligns itself more closely with BRICS partners, it sends a clear signal of its commitment to multilateralism and its desire to forge a new path in international trade. This move signifies a departure from traditional economic structures and a step towards a more inclusive and diversified global economy. The BRICS alliance, comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, represents a significant portion of the world's population and economy. By strengthening ties with BRICS-aligned nations, China can access new markets, secure vital resources, and reduce its dependence on traditional trading partners. This diversification strategy allows China to mitigate risks associated with geopolitical tensions and economic uncertainties, creating a more stable and sustainable trade environment. Furthermore, China's engagement with the BRICS alliance aligns with its broader foreign policy objectives. By promoting cooperation and interdependence among developing nations, China seeks to foster a multipolar world and challenge the dominance of Western-led economic institutions. This move contributes to the shift in global power dynamics and the rise of alternative centers of economic influence. In conclusion, China's decision to align more closely with the BRICS alliance reflects its commitment to diversifying its trade partnerships and reducing its reliance on any single country. This move not only benefits China, but also strengthens the BRICS alliance as a whole, fostering greater cooperation and interdependence among member nations. It signals a shift towards a more inclusive and diversified global economy and contributes to the broader realignment of power dynamics on the world stage. As we witness this significant development in global trade, it's essential to consider the implications for the future of international economic relations. The BRICS alliance is poised to play a pivotal role in shaping the global economy, and its growing influence should not be underestimated. Did you know that U.S. farmers are facing an uphill battle as China's reduced demand for their products opens doors for other countries to fill the gap? This development poses a significant challenge for American farmers who are already grappling with shrinking markets. As China reduces its reliance on U.S. agricultural exports, other countries are stepping in to meet its demand. This influx of competition introduces a new set of challenges for U.S. farmers. They now must compete against producers from various countries to capture a share of the Chinese market. This competition not only intensifies the pressure on American farmers, but also adds complexity to the trade dynamics between the United States and China. Furthermore, this development highlights the importance of diversification in agriculture. U.S. farmers need to explore new markets and customer bases to mitigate the risks associated with relying on a single country for their products. By expanding their reach, farmers can create a more resilient and sustainable business model that is less vulnerable to fluctuations in demand from any one particular country. However, the challenges don't end there. The reduced demand from China also affects the pricing of agricultural products. As supply exceeds demand, prices tend to decline, squeezing profit margins for U.S. farmers. This price pressure can have a significant impact on their livelihoods, making it harder to cover production costs and maintain profitability. Despite these challenges, U.S. farmers are known for their resilience and adaptability. They have faced numerous obstacles throughout history and have always found ways to innovate and overcome them. With the right support and policies, American farmers can navigate through these difficult times and position themselves for success in the evolving global marketplace. In response to China's reduced demand, U.S. farmers are taking proactive steps to adapt and find new opportunities. Many are exploring options to sell directly to consumers, cutting out middlemen and establishing their own distribution channels. Others are focusing on niche markets, offering specialized products that cater to specific customer segments. Additionally, some farmers are diversifying their crops, reducing their reliance on any single commodity and creating a more balanced portfolio. It's crucial that U.S. farmers receive support from both the government and consumers to help them weather this storm. Policies that promote fair trade practices, invest in agricultural infrastructure, and provide safety nets for farmers are essential to ensure the industry's long-term sustainability. Consumers, too, can play a vital role by supporting local farmers, buying American-made products, and advocating for policies that protect agriculture. As the United States navigates this complex situation, it's important to approach it with a balanced perspective. While there are challenges, there are also opportunities for growth and innovation. By working together, U.S. farmers, policymakers, and consumers can help the agricultural industry thrive and secure its future for generations to come. I've mentioned several strategies U.S. farmers are adopting to adapt to China's reduced demand for their products. However, we haven't delved deep into the financial implications of these strategies. The truth is that transitioning to new markets and business models often requires significant upfront investments. Farmers need to invest in new equipment, technology, and marketing efforts to reach different customer bases. Moreover, the shift in focus from exporting to domestic or regional markets may mean that farmers need to build new processing and storage facilities. These investments can strain farmers' finances, especially during times when profit margins are already tight. Another concern is that while farmers explore new markets, they might face temporary losses as they navigate uncharted territories. Experimenting with new crops, products, or distribution channels comes with risks. There is no guarantee of immediate success, and farmers may incur losses while trying to find their footing. The financial challenges don't end there. Adapting to new markets may require farmers to comply with different regulations, labeling requirements, and consumer preferences. Meeting these new standards can involve additional expenses that further impact farmers' bottom line. Moreover, the reduced demand from China has broader economic implications. When agricultural exports decline, it affects the entire agricultural supply chain. Companies that rely on agricultural commodities as raw materials, such as food processors and manufacturers, may experience reduced revenues or even job losses. This, in turn, impacts local economies that depend on these businesses. The financial challenges faced by U.S. farmers extend beyond their own operations. They also impact their communities and the broader agricultural industry. In conclusion, while U.S. farmers are resilient and adaptable, the reduced demand from China poses significant financial challenges. Adapting to new markets and business models requires substantial investments and carries inherent risks. As the United States navigates this evolving situation, it's crucial to address the financial concerns of farmers and support them through this transition. Providing financial assistance, tax breaks, and access to low-interest loans can help ease the burden and enable farmers to invest in new opportunities. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the complexities of China's decision to cut back on its purchases of U.S. grains. We've explored the reasons behind this move, its impact on U.S. farmers, and the broader economic implications. It's evident that this shift in the global market presents both challenges and opportunities. As we wrap up this discussion, I want to emphasize the importance of adaptability and resilience in the face of these changes. The agricultural industry has faced numerous challenges throughout history, and each time it has emerged stronger and more innovative. For U.S. farmers, this is a call to action. Embrace change, explore new markets, and diversify your offerings. The future may hold uncertainties, but with the right mindset and strategies, you can navigate through these challenges successfully. And as we look ahead, let's also acknowledge the need for collaboration. Farmers, policymakers, and consumers must work together to support the agricultural industry and ensure its continued success. By working hand in hand, we can create a thriving agricultural sector that can withstand the test of time. Once again, thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of global trade and agriculture. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay resilient. Together, let's continue to explore the complexities of our ever-evolving world.